Sorry I'm late. Just watching the trailer for Critical Role Season 4. Might actually have to watch that one. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, let me just quickly. Spooky, Leo, Terry, welcome to the stream. So, this is the outcome of everything we've done for the past 2-3 weeks. And I think it looks delish. If we actually just get rid of the sun for a sec. Can I make you sky? Just kind of overall. I think it turned out super nice. Realistically. Could we have done a little bit more? Yeah. Yes. But for kind of like this view, I think it looks great. And it conveys everything that we want. Kiba, welcome. Hi, Perons. Welcome to the stream. Over on the Insta. Why is that not coming up in my... Oh. Chat's not coming up. What was I looking at just then? Ah, that one. Let me just bring it up. If we jump over into Insta, there is a short clip of that live stream. I didn't have the right thing open. There we go, and there we go. So, going to put this aside now. Probably put up on Patreon in maybe next week, just to finish it up. Thank you, YouTube. Beautiful. So we'll give it another week or so, and then, yeah, we'll put it up. You guys can download it, play with it. Love to see what you guys come up with on that one. But for now, what we're after is I actually need a cockpit. That's the biggest thing right now, especially kind of like in episode 1, the very start of it, we have a shot of him in the cockpit, and then it'll be like a nice cut to where they are in the landing dock, and we've already pre-built that one. We built that one a couple of weeks ago. So this is the first thing that we're after. Now, I'm not building the ship, then the cockpit, then the ship, and it's just a single seater is what we're aiming for. What's the first thing that we do? We've got to bring someone in. Yeah. To bring up the side panel, actually screencast keys, turn them on. And let's go import dust character. Where is dust character? Temp, test, Kevin. And so, yeah, that's the goal for tonight, is see if we can go to finish off the inside of the cockpit, specifically the camera facing this way. So I'm probably not going to really be worrying about the controls out the front, because that's something that we're not going to see-ish. Can you rigify? Thank you. So I'm not, going to focus on that. Are you doing anything? I was doing something. We'll just give it a sec. Now, if the internet is weak, I'm sorry. We got a new heater, as you might be able to hear a little bit of whistling. And the heater guy broke my NBN connection. So that's great. My fiber to the premise. And that's now being fixed tomorrow. Thank you, Blender. Awesome. Let's get back into it now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pose him in a way. What does that pose look like? I don't know. But we'll work it out. So C. Let's go something like that. Be like we're in the Nissan Silvia. I had a Nissan Silvia once upon a time. Loved that car. Okay, let's go something like this. And, jeez. So nice and simple. G, perfect. Control C, Control Shift V. And we'll bring down those shoulders. Control C, Control Shift V. As we can see, we've got everything around it. I don't want to have so much stuff. So I think we want to get rid of the FKs. Yep. We don't really care about the fingertips right now. So finger details, torso we can go, and all that we can go. Let's just kind of go, right, you look forward, mate. and twerk it. Hopefully it'll go away soon. Legs, FK, perfect. So this is how he's going to, yeah, probably sit-ish. Nice. Actually, let's go. The finger's are going to be annoying. So I'm just going to come in. We'll grab you. Chew, chew, chew. Scale. Something like that. Rotate YY. Let's go something like that. Control Shift V to copy. Control C. Control Shift V is to paste on the opposite side. So this is for when we're in armature mode. So if everything's been labeled correctly, Blender can kind of like cover that. Control C, Control Shift V. Perfect. Missed the opening due to work. Is he going on a fighter to go with the bigger ship? No. He might be shooting at that ship. I don't know. We'll work that out. Did you read the Doug Scifi discount? I felt it wasn't suited for the channel. Oh, I got private messages. Oh, yeah, I can't say that one on stream. Hey, Margaret, did you see? It's a vehicle challenge. Might be good for your Star Wars vehicles. Oh, I did see something come up on my feed. But I haven't sat down and watched it. Maybe. Do we do it? I don't know. I probably should. I haven't done one in yonks. Because the last one I did... I don't know how long some of you have been around for. But there was one that we did... Porn? No, P-O-W-N? Oh, what? Challenge? Alright, let's see if I can find it. Hilarious. No, it's got to be a short. Watch. This is the beauty that I did for the marble challenge many, many moons ago. No, don't tell me it got blocked completely. I wonder why it didn't get in. Oh. Anyway, check out Consolation Channel. You're halfway there. Oh, jeez. So I haven't done anything since. Yeah. Because how long ago was that one? That was analytics. That was 1,494 days ago. So it was a while ago. But it actually 18 plus, and the ads is limited to it. Okay, Marco, focus. All right, let's get back into it. So, let's grab all this stuff. I'm going to grab you. And we'll select all this. You and you. Right click, select hierarchy. Select hierarchy. Or not. Let's go move new collection character. Caps lock, thank you. Character. Create. And then we'll move that to there. Lovely. Come back into collection. Let's hide these two. hide you, turn you off, and we won't render those ones. I remember that one. Yeah. It's his 11th. Far out. Sent my whip in the Discord. All right, let's go. I am intrigued about these. Where are we? General. No blender. So if we come over into the Discord, let's have a look. You see? So interesting. Okay. Is it the one car? It's nice though. I like that. I look forward to seeing how it's rendered out. I think that'll look delish. I'm intrigued. I will look at it. I promise I will look at it and we'll go from there. So, like we did last week, we're going to save fairly often this time so we don't crash on us again. Thank you, Blender. Delete vertices. Let's go into that. Oh, I'm super intrigued how that's going to come out, Nightcow. I'm intrigued. All right, so we are going to create our seat. Now we have to remember that because we're building this for a specific reason, we don't have to go into full details around things that we're not going to see. So if you feel that some of the stuff could look better, that's fine. Just remember it's probably because we're not really going to see it. I will put a little bit of padding and such in there, but if questions are asked, that's why. I like that idea. I don't like that being so thick. Maybe we do from here. This is the one that comes out. And we go something like this. F, F, F. Let's just clean that up now. Nice. Nice. I saw the post in cleans. Yeah. Chins. That's my stuff. Yes, the jump is... But there's a flying example. All right. Sorry. By the one car, what I mean is everyone using the same car? Nice. That's disgusting. You know what? No. Let's clear this out. I don't think this belongs. Delete faces. And we will just simply extrude it down like that. Control F. And then what we'll do is we'll pull this out. E to extrude. And it's going to kind of wrap around like so. Technically, this bit here should come up. Nice shoulder bit. Something like that. Let's move everything in. Just so he's a little bit more snuggaroony. Perfect. Yep. I was about to read that. All the stuff from your last project. Cool. My cat. Make your own video. Oh, right. Interesting. That's why I was wondering, because he normally likes to link them all together. So that's why I was intrigued how that's going to work. I like this. So once again, blocking. And I can't say that enough. Let's just always block stuff out so we get an understanding of what we are going to be looking at. I should as well, it might be a good idea to bring in the camera. Alt-R, Alt-G, rotate X 90. Rotate X, X 90, 90. Let's go something like this. Maybe the camera is going to be maybe 28mm to get in a little bit closer. Because you have to remember that when we're watching Skywalker, he's nice and close, like this. So really, this is all that we're kind of worrying about what we're going to be. It does not need to be a car. Okay. Cheese and whiskers. I like the sound of this. Okay, I will, yes. Darn it. That's cool. That's cool. We'll have a, yeah, I would definitely have a look into it. Okay, so we've got the basis. He will have a helmet on, because if we have a look, kind of like Luke Skywalker in X-Wing, we can see how tight it is. So we just kind of like see just his upper chest. We don't really see his arms. And that's kind of like the view that we're going for. So, and I think right there, that's pretty good. Can be anything as long as it follows the same path as the template. Right. Can even remove the ramp. Okay. You are selling it for me. No, focus on this, Marco. Okay. Okay, if you're on Twitch, I'm sorry, but I am not going to be looking at those messages, purely for the fact is because we've got terrible internet due to the thing being down. NBN, National Broadband Service. So the idea, we'll have something like that. I do like the X-Wings, how they have it, like pipes and such, coming out, and they've got a whole bunch of buttons and switches all the way back to almost behind the chair. I think that's pretty cool. We won't go that far back. But we will, see what we can do in terms of maybe see something behind. So let's go E to extrude to about there. E, Y. It's me. Hi. Okay, awesome, great. I like that. GY. Let's put on that clipping. Perfect. Something nice and simple through there. Any overhead panels? I don't know. Mark your assets. You know you want to. Oh, absolutely. I so do. And we probably will. Watch the video. I'll do it. It'll be a cheap way as well to make a video. It might actually be something that people might want to watch. So if I go face, oh yeah, clown. Go GZ, E to extrude. We can go face now. That'll do that. And then E to extrude face. And then we can just chop it off down the bottom. So it's kind of like in this little capsule, which is fine. I know it might look a little bit silly. I am okay with this. Let's go GG. GG. Yeah, perfect. Actually, we'll separate this. So we've got our back plate, P separate by selection. This here we will transform to have a whole bunch of windows. A couple of scraps of clothing this time too. I have no subs and like 1,000 views of some of my renders just from his comps. Well, still more than my videos. I will jump in. I will do it. You've twisted my arm. Hey, what's the... Oh, ploppers. That's right. Okay. So let's hide that for now. And this is our back plate. Whew. And so this will now be our back plate. And the idea is, we'll probably have some pipes. So what I might do, I'll cheat it like this. Shift A. I'm going to go into a Bezier curve. Bezier. Tab into edit mode. And then we're going to delete everything. Draw tool. Over into workspaces. And we are going to type in... surface. There we go. That's what I'm missing. Yep, perfect. And then we'll just refine it on the way afterwards. So we're going to have like this pipe that'll come and into the back. Let's now go into edit mode. User. Scale X0. Scale X0. Something along those lines. Maybe we can go scale X. Perfect. And then if we go into the Bezier stuff, geometry, and we can go depth. Let's go GY. And obviously what we can do here is we hide some of the parts. Pock, welcome to the stream. Oh, got an itchy nose. Awesome. That's good. That's good. Still in the blocking phase. We're still good. We're still just kind of like building up on it. 21 likes. Not bad. 50? What do we say? If we get up to 50, we'll release something, I guess. I don't know. What else we got? So that's good. That's good. One thing I do notice on a few of these things is almost a bit of a, like, not a shelf, but something like that. Let's go like so, and we'll pull this out a little bit more. And then this we'll push in just to kind of give that little bit of depth. And then the other thing as well is because we've got this, I can go Shift D. I'm going to place that there. Let's go P separate by selected. Sure. And then we'll just change the depth to be something a little bit smaller. So what's that? Well, no, don't keyframe it. 0.005. Excellent. G. Shift D. Shift D. Beautiful. Just like... only 50, 75. 378,000 is your record. That is redonkulous. I don't know what my record is. But I'm now intrigued. Whoops, clicked on the wrong thing there. Okay, come on. You can do it, YouTube. Just out of curiosity. YouTube. Next week is 9 years on YouTube. Little fun fact. Analytics. I know, I can click on content. And then views. What's my biggest view? 699,000. And then, there we go. A video that is 5 years old. Yep. Looks like 2021 and 2022. 2019, 2020, 2021 was my best. I need to get the lighting and atmosphere right on this one. Yeah. Rogan, how are you, man? Hope you're doing well. I am. We're just building a bit of a cockpit for a shot. But thank you for asking. How are you doing, buddy? Let's go. Oh, now I'm intrigued. What does Skywalker's cockpit look like? So this was look at that. Interesting. So they do have that. Someone's just joined the stream, which is good. Welcome, Hyperons Live. I don't know where you are. If you're on Twitch, hi. Can I click on that there? Maybe. Okay, where's my chat? There? There? Beautiful. Okay. I've lost my window. You know what I need? I need a pure ref board. That I probably should have done before starting. And then, yeah, so we've just got a whole bunch of things in the background. We've got a targeting computer there, so I like that idea. So maybe we might build something like that. Why not? Let's just steal it. Steal like an artist, Mr. Pricey once said. So if we have like a targeting computer, G to the Y. And then what we could do is just kind of like a camera with the lens finder that comes out. If we do I to do an inset, we could E to extrude, Shift D, scale E to extrude, something like this, Control B to do a bevel, and then this is the part that folds out. So let's undo that here. This is the part that folds out. Like so. And then what I'm going to do here, Shift S, cursor selected, and then we'll put in a cylinder. Now, the thing is we're not going to see this. This is only what you and I know. Someone else just joined the stream. Who doth that beeth? Astro Synth, welcome to the stream. Oh, sweet. Cool, I like that. A little bit of OH&S. So I might just push that back a little bit. But to me, that's pretty good. Let's go into the generate bevels ever so slightly. Right click, auto smooth. 12 years ago for me. Look. My very first video was posted on 18 years ago. My very first video ever on YouTube it would have been about 2015, 2016. So, and it was before Google owned it. I remember the days when we would upload and we're like ranked, 4th or 5th in Australia and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, those are the days. Long gone. Okay. But that was a long time ago. Okay, scale Y. And so what we're going to do is a bit of a heat exchange because we love those ones. Very simple to do that. Let's scale that in. I'm going to do a bunch of edge loops. I to do an inset. I hate you. Control L. I to do an inset. I again. So we've got our individual faces. Delete vertices. Then we can come in, select all these. Control L. E to extrude. They're a little bit too thick, but they're all individual pieces. Individual origins, scale on the x-axis. There we go. Now we can push that back. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Nice. And then from here as well, maybe we can come in, select that. Let's go ahead, add in another mesh, cylinder, scale it in. And let's go E to extrude, shift right click for the spin tool, which is my favorite tool. Bam, bam. Hold Ctrl. And then you can go that way. Excellent. Let's just kind of duplicate that piece. Shift D. Because why not? Let's just add cables galore. Nice. Great, that looks good. One thing that I kind of want to do is as if it's kind of like a brace that goes around the roof. We haven't really worked out where the windows are going to be. That's fine. We'll come back to that. But that was just something that I thought about. Way better than today. YouTube was like free. No YouTube Premium, none of that. Yeah. Let's go something like this. Actually, no, I think that's wrong. Let's go Control L, delete vertices. Let's do a Shift D. P separate by selection. GG, and then we'll press C to extend. GG, and then C to extend. Oops. E to extrude. We're just going to do something like here. And then E to extrude. And then that's going to be as if it's some sort of like backplate in a way. Give a bit of strength to this thing. And then we might do the same for here-ish. Let's just leave it as is for now. Actually, I think I might just try and sneak that in a bit. Good. And so if we're having a look, what do we look like here? Because that's the view that we're after. Nice and close, nice and tight. So in saying that now, we are going to have to extend this piece out. E to extrude. And that's going to be the inside of the cockpit. And then maybe this is the piece that will separate the windows and such. Let's put an edge loop through here and slightly bring that down. Alt H, I'm just going to get rid of this. No, go away. Don't want to borrow you, mate. Okay, I like that. I'm going to do what I just did here. Let's go E to extrude along the X-axis. Control numpad plus. P separate by selections, just so we're working with this. Let's go E to extrude. And then that's just kind of giving us a little bit of a lead. Oh, Mark, I'm on the seat. What? Yeah, we'll come back to the seat. Nice. I like that. I'm just going to move this over a little bit, and we'll move it over this way a little bit. And I'm just going to go Control B to do a bevel. Let's go something like so. Nice. Going now backwards and forths between these views. I think here we might be able to put in maybe like a box of some sort. So if I were to grab this piece, Shift D, E, L, E to extrude. Maybe something like that. GG, C, pull it out. That gives us this. Nice, I like that. That works well. We've now deleted. My first post to YouTube was 2014. Coincidentally, the shot I am working on today. Far out, Brussels sprout. Oh, I made bad decisions. Okay. So, let's go. I'm going to rebuild this because it's changed a smidgen. Maybe not that way. Let's go this way. E to extrude. E to extrude. GG. Pull it back up. F. F. Nice. Good. That's a good shape. I like that. E to extrude along the X-axis. And then we can press F. Cup holder's on the right side. Where's my cup holder? My cup holder's on the left side. Because we drive proper. Bibba, good evening. Looks like a pair of 200-watt Kenwood speakers on the ride. I used to have a Nissan Silvia back in the day. And, yeah, we had a bit of a subwoofer in there. That went off to, Intergalactic. Oh, jeez. Dennis, how you doing? How is our Australian champ? Don't start. Nice. I like how that's looking. I think up here we need to maybe continue on that brace. Australian champ. Gosh. Let's go, GG. Bring it down to about here-ish. And then we might extend this way. Why? Why, Delilah? GG. C. I'm going to guess it's not sitting correct there, which is fine. Push that to the side. And then that gives us that nice view. Let's just do a Control S to save before it crashes on me again. Delish. It's evil, kill him! We want to delete them just to kind of like speed up the process a little bit. Okay, we need to add in some light source, and I am in Eevee. We don't want Eevee. Go away, Eevee. Because at the end of the day, this is all going to be rendered in cycles, so that's what we are going to play with. Let's go into S for a sky texture. Just go into rendered mode really quick. Let us rotate this around, so something like that. Let's crack it open. Let's crack it open, mate. Something like that. Can I have another one? Through there. Here, here. Here. Yeah, let's go. These are the windows. I to do an inset. I to do another inset. Let's go E to extrude. Yep, I'll buy that for $1. That's wrong. U, delete faces. And we'll just grab these vertices here. And also these vertices. GX. GX. Perfect. Then what we can do is fix that up, that little mess. GG. Push it down. Good enough for me. Because C is for cookie. Cookie, cookie, C. And then let's grab all our glass panels. That is going to be down here. New glass. Assign. Let's be lazy. Nope. Close the file. Doesn't matter. So we'll go into shading. Daryl, welcome. Does your Patreon have tutorials? I think there's only the current one with making the cannons. That's all up on Patreon right now. Patreon's mainly just got assets. Assets out the wazoo, I would like to think. That's actually a pretty big library. Buildings, ships, kitbashing sets, multiple stuff. I used to play with geometry nodes to give my height maps accurate depth, but now I need to turn them into a landscape to use it as terrain for the roadscape element. I'm struggling to find answers. Playing with geometry nodes. Ugh. You can't just apply it, the geometry node, in like Nyar. I don't know. I haven't played too much with geometry nodes because I'm stuffed. Are you following a reference? Semi, not really. I do have in the back of my mind like this image and, you know, the kind of like the X-Wing style, but not really. I'm kind of just winging it at the moment, the cobbler. The cobbler. Oh, that's right. Let's go. I don't know. And then we'll go into a mix shader. Put into there, and then we're going to add in a transparent. Oh, why am I like this? I don't know. Let's go into rendered view, and then we're still blocking, technically. I keep telling myself. Perfect. That is almost giving us exactly what we're after. Plenty of light coming around. And then this is where we're going to come in and add in a whole bunch more details. It doesn't recognize the plane as a terrain. In Unreal Engine? What would you recommend for someone getting 3D? Follow YouTube videos before, but never feel like I'm learning. No. The question, Daryl, that you should be asking is, what do you want to make? Don't say, I want to make a feature-long film in 3 weeks. No. You will fail. Because I've been telling myself that for many years. Look at something and go, how do I make that? Work that little bit out and then go, cool, what's the next bit? What's the next bit? What's the next bit? And slowly start building up like that. Turn off shadows for glass. What? No. Where is it? Shadows? Whoops, wrong one. In here. No. Material. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Hang on, I'm in the right one. Where is that option? I know what you're saying. Nope, that's a shadow catcher. Ah, that one there. Huh. Yeah, so that's my recommendation for that. Cool. Let's go. Let's maybe work on this chair now. Hide. Control I, hide. Okay, so let's just kind of like snap out this chair really quick. This is going to be kind of like our focal point for now. Let's just give us a little bit more of a cleaner mesh-ish. It's a terrible Engon thing. No, Engon. It's still a square, but it's not very flat. Let's go Shift D, Y, and we'll go P separate by selection. Come to here. And we created something similar last week, I think it was, maybe in the week before. So what we'll do, but Star Citizenship looks so nice. Let's maybe go like this. I'm going to grab these. E.1. 0.01 minus. E.01. Do that again. E.01 minus, and then I'm going to scale it ever so slightly. E.01 minus scale, and then this one here, E.01 minus scale, and I think we are going to have to move this over a little bit, and then we can grab these two, E.01 minus scale, E.01 minus scale. Now, Marco, oh, you got one more up here, buddy. E.01 minus scale. All right, now, Marco, why'd you do that? Well, let me tell you. Let's close that. Come over into modifiers, add modifier, generate subdivision surface. And then we can grab the outside, E to extrude along the y-axis, and we'll pull that back. And now we've got padding. Right-click, shade smooth. We could even double up that there. Nice. That's a little bit yuck. But you know what? I will live with that. What if we did this? No, let's go the other way. What if we did that and that? What if we grab this and go Alt-S? It is because... I know why. Let's go ahead. Oh, too much. Deselect all this. Delete vertices. Let's then come in. Delete these. Control L. Everything is linked. That's fine. I'm going to go here. 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 Let's go here. And so what I'm aiming to do now is actually separate all these cushiony pieces. Here. Here. I think that's about it, maybe. V to rip. There we go. Look at that. Delish. Mwah. Mwah. Tutorials from Blender Guru are fine to start out. Just want to make sure you try to model things after you've followed along. Grant Abbott, great guy. I hope to destroy him one day, but he's a great guy. I've got a lot of arch enemies. Grant Abbott's not one of them. But one day I'll beat him. No. He, I was in a silent competition with him. I don't think he knew. But I was like, man, you're posting so many videos. I want to beat you. And so that's why at one point I had a ton of videos coming out. He was like my training partner, except he didn't know. I was constantly trying to one-up him. Those are the days. What? Oh, whatevs. Not too fast. That's fine. There we go. Something like that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Make these pads more comfy. Now he's in a spaceship. Stuff him. You can go suck a lemon. Whoops. I don't look after my pilots. Oops, there we go. Ploppers. Did I grab the right one? I think I'm missing some edges. U, G, Y, X, Y. I am in the wrong mode for some reason. Did I grab... I think I grabbed everything. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're missing here. Also, who knows who Sushi Mango are? Could you do the same effect using cloth? Yeah, of course I could. You know what? That would have been the smarter thing. So, do I have random flow installed? I do have random flow installed. Far out. I keep forgetting. So if I were to do this, for instance, and then we went like this, right click, subdivide, 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 subdivide. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. And I don't want you. We can use something like random flow. Shift Q? Yeah, Shift Q. Extras. Panel cloth? Play? Nope. Shift Q. There is one thing. Is it random flow? No, he's got a different one. See, I thought it would have been cloth, panel cloth. Bake for 10 frames. There we go. Oh, it is. I had the right one. And then right click subdivide. Whoop. Shift S cursor to select. Auto smooth. And then just go smooth. So yeah, you can do panels like that. I'm an idiot. A job in 3D is not realistic, not unrealistic, but it is hard to get into my experience. Yeah, I've no doubt. How come you never use the random color option for meshes? And I don't know. You're very hard on the pilot. Yeah, so I've been trying to sell serious gaming at where I work for many, many years now, and hopefully soon it's becoming fruition. So I look forward to that. But yeah, no, I haven't really tried to get a job in 3D, so I'm probably not the best person to speak about that. Whoops. Yikes. What's that? No, I'm not gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna leave that alone. I reckon that's fine. Stuff him. And we just move it back into the seat. That is so jagged. Let's do an Alt-H. But doesn't convey what we need. It sure does. So I'm just going to grab these two and we'll go GZ. And we're going to go E to extrude. Whoops. Let's grab the back faces. Hide. L. GY. Alt-H. And then that kind of gives us that. How's that looking? Doesn't do what I wanted. So we'll undo all that. Alt-H. And what I kind of wanted to do is, just add some extra details onto this. Like that. Just soften up some of the edges. But this is all coming back to... We're coming back to thinking, what do I actually need from this shot? Control B. Did that overlap? Nope. Perfect. Maybe what we might do is scale that in. Just in that way, it's not so far affected. Grab this. O for proportional editing, and I'm just going to go make sure we've got connected only, and then just kind of like, we're just going to eyeball this now. Oh, you've got me thinking about this competition now. Are these seats adjustable? Absolutely not. Yes, I've got a LinkedIn somewhere. I'm very rarely on it. There's nothing special on there. Okay, I like this. This is good. This is coming along nicely. We got some good curvature around here. If we were to do an F12 and just have a quick squeeze. Nice. What I am going to do is I'm just going to go into the other blend file that we used with the frigate. And I just want to take that material because that material works so nice. And it's kind of like a simple, cheap way just to smash it out. So we need Alt-H. I hate you. You're in my junk folder now, aren't you? There it is. I want you. Control C. Don't save. Let's do Control V. All right. And then we're just going to smash this out with a bit of a DreamUV texture. In the videos tutorial series, the video that comes out on Friday, we talk about all this stuff. But even if you just have a look at videos for DreamUV, mine should come up, and we've got a whole bunch of materials, but this is kind of like being my primary material at the moment. So let's just quickly texturize all this stuff, and as I go I am just going to hide dream, and we will turn this black. I don't want it to be, no, we'll make it gray. So microphone's in the way. Diffuse. Viewport display, there you are. Let's go into grey. Something like that. Into shading. Itchy nose. Cheese and whiskers. Bring it into there. Let's have a look. What does that look like in rendered view? Is that the right color that we're going for? Not too shabby. Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. H to hide. U. U. Yo. Let's go dream. And then we'll go copy material to selected. Perfect. Hotspot, hide, hide, hotspot, hide, hotspot, hide. Nope, yep, can't do that on there. That's right. Hide and hotspot. Beautiful. Let's now do Alt-H, bring it all back. And then if we just do a quick render, you'll see how we've very quickly texturized it. I've missed a piece, which is fine. Here, you should be dream. I have noticed on the seat I've stuffed it, which I am not thrilled about in the slightest. Oh no. Or not. GZ. Portion editing, turn that off. Ah, I hate you. There we go. GZ. Good enough. Now we just have a quick render, kind of just looking as we go. Nice, good. Great to see that grunge coming through. Delish. Really, really happy with that. Maybe I think we're going to have to build the rest of the ship behind it. But you know what? That's fine. That is all good. What we might do now is then we still need to work on the back headrest, but I mainly want to work on the back wall here. Shift D, P, separate by selection. I don't know why I've done this here. GG. Oh, it's a shelf. That's right. Ah. GG. GG. Is that a face? No. Is that not a face in there? No. You donkey. Just trying to fix my mistakes. Yeah, that's a big mistake. F. There we go. Now we can focus just on the back wall piece. And awesome. Let's go GY. Just going to pull it forward ever so slightly. Grab this, GG. Pull it in. Let's go up the top here, GG. And so it looks like there's a bit of a panel here, as if we can like take it away, fix it up, blah, blah, blah. Let's do one of my favorite things, Control B to do a bevel. GG, bring that down. And then we might do the same for this section. GG. Nice, I like that. So that now when we go E to extrude, we have this kind of plate that sits there. What I do want to add, cursor word origin, and then we're going to slap in some sort of like screw. So down the bottom, added a cylinder. Come here, change of it to 6. Let's scale that all the way down. Little bolt. From here, what we can do is I can now select snap to, face, medium point, project, align rotation to target, that one. So if I go G now and I hold Ctrl, should be snapping to face. Yeah, perfect. G, And then you can see, depending on what surface it's on, that's how I'll do it. I am going to go now dream on this one, quickly create a hotspot. So now when we go ahead and start moving it around, let's just go hide on that one. When we start moving it around, you can see how we can snap it. I'm just going to auto snap. Technically, we could probably put this like on an array path. But, you know me. Let's just smash this out. Because we have to remember as well that this shot, when we're doing it, is going to be very quick. Rotate, rotate. Whoops, rotate ZZ. Rotate ZZ. Rotate Z. Rotate ZZ. Rotate ZZ. And so if we now go through, select all these pieces, Control J to join, then we can come over into the modifiers, add modifier, generate, mirror modifier. It's off, that's fine. I'm actually going to mirror off the chair. Now we're in the right spot. And then if we do an F12 now, should be a little bit of details. It's a little bit floating in midair. It's fine. Why is it floating in midair? Because Alt H, because of this piece. So I need to come in here. We need to go select P, separate by selectors. So the windows are by themselves. This bit here, we need to go back into shadow. It was it this option? I can't remember now. Hang on, what does this one do? No, it's not off the material, is it? Whoopee caca. Transparent shadows. Yes, that's fine. It's only the glass that's transparent shadows. Yes. Delightful. Close that one. That one should be removed. This one here, that should be removed. So if I do an F12, are you rendering? Why are they hanging in fat air? I've done something wrong. What have I done wrong? Stuffed up the shadows or something. Let's go. I'm just going to go plain, new material, transparent shadows. Oh, it needs to be transparent shadows. This one here. That's not right. To me, that damn. Oh, it's like, why is there two blend files? Let me just trying to work this out. I've clicked on something. I'm tired. I'm getting old. You got me intrigued about this thing now. Dang it. Yeah, transparent. Should be off. Shadows, off. From shadow, off. Glass, transparent shadows. You shouldn't be. This is exactly what I was thinking. F12. But then why are those screws kind of like in mid-stinking air? Watch the video. See these. See these here. They're like floating in midair, but they're not. Wait a minute. Did I click on something here? I'm just now comparing my two blend files now, because I'm half really annoyed. Something has gone wrong. Something. Shadow. No, it's not shadow catcher. That should be disabled. I don't know what I've done. Unless these are actually floating in midair. They're not floating in midair. See, and then these pipes here, your modifier have a 1 in the Y or something. My modifier has a Y in the 1 or something. Mirror. Cube. Clipping. Yeah, no. For your bolts, yeah. It's just mirror. Merge. Yeah, that merges one is fine. This one here is just mirroring the seat, which is okay. But it's even kind of like on these pipes as well. That's why it's making me think that it is some sort of... is it that one? No. Oh, freaking stuff it. I'll work it out later. But, so this is now... Blender, what are you doing to me? No. You. Yeah, so we got, I don't know. Displacement issue? But why? But there's nothing, because there's no mesh. Whew, I'm tired. What the heck is that? Anyway, alright, let's continue on. Sounds like a future market problem. And then let's go from here. What the heck? Let's grab this. It is a displacement issue. What the heck is this? Shift N. Control L, Shift N on the inside. Shift N. Control L. Control L. What the heck at bottom's going on? It's got to be the render settings. Okay. Yeah. I've clicked on something like a moron, like a muppet. Shift N. Inside, please. Oh, you know what? Easy fix. Generate solidify modifier. You too. Solidify modifier. Generate solidify modifier. And that will close that. This here, though, can go 0.002. Oh, I hate you so much. You, and you. I also and you. Delete vertices. And that should give us a better solidify modifier. F12. I have no idea. At this point, there will be blood. Shift N. Shift N. Do those cables now come out? Yeah, they still do. Far out! Far! I once dated a girl who had a twin, and the people were talking to the part. Easy. I know the actual version of that one. Is that from Duke Nukem? Duke Nukem? Oh, is that from Duke Nukem? I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what's going on here. All right, let's kind of have a look at our other reference images. What else do we have? Yeah, maybe just some of these pieces up here. We've got a piece up the top. You know what? Let's just kind of like get through this bit. Asset browser. Someone just joined the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let's have a look. You see, Chris, Asher, welcome to the stream. I hope you're looking divine. Divine. Hope you're looking divine. Maybe I don't use a solidifier. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's right. There's a new Botaniq got updated. Ah, fuck, I got to fix all that up. Anyway, let's have a quick look what else we can kind of slap in here. Sci-fi buildings I don't think we need, but we will start grabbing some of these other pieces. We'll come down into simple greebles. I want simple greebles. Simple greebles, just a whole bunch of little pieces. So, for instance, I can slap that one there, but it's going to be tiny. Hold snap. Oops. Hold snap. Something like that. Hotspot, will that work on you? Sure will. YouTube's not receiving enough data for a smooth stream. Go suck a lemon, YouTube. Blame the heater guy. And then we'll do that. Scale. Oops. Bring that in. Hold Ctrl. Scale X -1. Control A. Apply that scale. Everything is red. Shift N. And that is sitting in a good spot. Hotspot. Dream. Everything's a bit of a bland color, but that is okay for me. And then what else can we just throw in? Something nice and simple. Ooh. I remember creating this piece. Rotate ZZ 90 to the minus. We're not really going to see it, are we? But whatevs, Trevs. Hotspot. Will hotspot the work? Oh my goodness, it does, bro. Dream. X. Okay, how's that looking? Do we actually really see that piece? Not really, but that's fine. It's just kind of like off in that little section. We will grab this one though. Let's go into X. Give him a bit of false sense of security. Perfect. GY. Move it into there. Ooh. It almost fits in perfectly. And hey, Dream, come back. Dream. Hotspot. Dream, perfect. Control S to save. Let's have a look at rendery. Toss some emission lights. Yeah, let's do that as well. Bought a vinyl record yesterday called Sounds Wasps Make. When I got home and played it, I said to myself, that doesn't sound anything like wasps. Then I realized I was playing in the B side. That is absolutely horrendous. My goodness. I have to remember that one. That's so bad it's good. And you know I appreciate all those terrible jokes. Hang on. You are facing the wrong way. And we're just going to slap that in there like that. Let's make sure it's on the 0. Whoops. And then we will go hotspot, dream, and then we will create some little tiny lights that we can attach to it. Let's just have a quick look. No, did I press F12? I did press F12. I like the stupid jokes as well. F12. There we go. It's better. I think probably... Oh, this piece. Yes. I like this piece. This is one of my favorite pieces. Rotate ZZ, 180. GY. Oops. GZ. Oops. GXX. Put it up like that. You can become Dream. Hotspot. And then one more piece, and then we're done. And actually, you know what? No, that's finished. Cool. What was I doing? Perfect. I like that. Don't know what's going on here. Merge by distance. Shift N. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, nice. That's looking good. Let's see. Why? I've done something. Anyway. Too bad can't use my spaceship panels I made. Yeah. I think I need some crazy cables. I think so as well. I think we'll go with Spooky's light idea first. So let's just go ahead and create that. So we will go Shift S, cursor selected, mesh, cylinder. Go back up to 32, scale that down. Scale, I, E, Control B, GZ. Now we need two materials. We've got our Dream material, and then we've got our Emission, green. Surface, BDSF, you become that, and we go green. 2. Let's make sure it's sitting just above. Nice. And then what we can do is get stuffed. Shift D, hold Control, snap that into place. G, hold Control, Shift D. Perfect. Shift D, hold Control, nice. Shift D, and I'm going to put one there. Let's now go duplicate that, put it up there, and this one here we're going to duplicate the material. You will now become red. Perfect. Please, hopefully I clicked the sign. I didn't. You stupid idiot. Okay. Plus. Assign. Let's now go ahead and find these two. And you. Plus. Assign. And then there was two more. There's one here. I did get it. Oh, bam. Assign. And I thought there was another one down here. You know what? Let's just leave that. F12. Let's just have a look. It doesn't help being colorblind. That green looks like yellow to me. I mean, I can make it yellow. Let's get orange. Pimp Nizzle. Oh my goodness. Stop being a jerk. If I press F12, you open up a new tab. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. What have I done? What have you done? Shadow? There's nothing in there. Is there anything in here? Herpaderp. Why aren't you rendering in this window? Why are you taking forever? Wait a minute. That's why it's taking forever. Because I'm an idiot. 4,000 samples. No, 128, please. Idiot. Much better. Alright, now I can't see my screws. Which is fine. Let's click on... Did I delete my screws? No. That would be because of this. Now we should see our screws. There we go. We could probably even maybe... Oh, holy computer. Maybe we duplicate this rather than orange. Metal. But in saying that, you go back to being Dream Orange, which is dark grey. You become metal. And then we'll make sure we change the shading color to be something a bit brighter. F12. And then that should hopefully highlight I hate you so much. Ah, idiot. No. That's correct. Am I in the... Sure. Black. Go back. Come back up. There we go. F12. Use layer weight for the light. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta play with that stuff. Ugh. Brother, what's that? There we go. That's it. That's what we're after. Thanks for the awesome content. No worries, Dennis. Ah, it's too bright. Let's turn that sucker down. Whew. Yep, we got the bulk of what we were after. Let's just go ahead. I'm going to... Do I have ambient CG on here? That is the question. Do I have... Ah, come on. I do. Sweet. Leather. No. What's it called? This one here. Yeah, that's this add-on here. What's our count on subscribers? If you're new to the channel, welcome. Still 880. Whoop, 882. Nice. Leather. We were going for leather. I want to go... Let's go like a dark leather. Ooh, this one here. Can I not just... Wait. Let's come to the top here. And we want standard shader. Let's go 2K. Ah, crud. I got to download this material. Which is a little bit annoying, as I am currently tethering to my phone for streaming. Downloaded pretty quick. I'll buy that for $1. Let's go tab into edit mode. U. Smart UV project. Okay. And then, there we go. F12. That's actually really nice. I like that. The cable's down here in the bottom. That's good. We got some shading stuff here that's a little bit off. That looks nice. That looks nice. I think probably next is obviously create a bit of a helmet. But that is pretty much what I set out for tonight. No. Let's do a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more. I want... E to extrude along the y-axis. Scale Y0. Oh boy. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. Let's go. Why are you being so... Oh, that's why. Let's do a Shift D, E, Y, Control LP, separate by selection. There we go. And then I'm just going to get rid of the solidify modifier because we don't need it. And I'm going to bring that back. Now, this might look like a mess, but at the end of the day, this is all that we're seeing. This is all that we're looking at, and this is all we care about. Hamez, welcome to the stream. So I'm not being too concerned about what everything else looks like. This is the main part. I feel, though, that we could probably put something in that section. So let's get out of here. All libraries, Markham 3D. I could even throw some decals on there. Good. Oh, heck yeah. Let's put some tiny fuse boxes in here. So I'm going to put that in there. Nice and small. And these are all textured already, which is good. There we go. Beautiful. And then we can have a bit of a supply box back here. Nice. So I think that should be enough. Because, what the heck is that? Control A, apply scale. Okay. Shading on that piece. Let's get rid of the diffuse. Yep, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Let us actually put another one of those power boxes just in the background. And the reason for that is it's just going to break up the color. I'm so glad I made these power boxes. Stuff you can download on Patreon. Oh, good segue. Oh, don't. I'm tired. Now, if we do an F12, should be hunky-dory. Sweet. Just a few of those pieces are now brought in a whole bunch of color. Great. Love it. I'm going to leave it here for now. I've got still 2 more part series. Probably going to come out Wednesday and Friday. Tomorrow I might do a Blender add-on review, which I haven't done for a while. And yeah, so let's call it a night. I'm going tired. Bolts in the... Fuck, you're right. I probably should. Yeah, I'll add them in afterwards. I'm just exhausted. Have a great evening, guys. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you next time. Au revoir.